Welcome back. We are on day 4 of our Disability Pride Month series, and today we have a trio of murderers. They are deaf and autistic, and they are so autistic that they were deemed unfit to stand a proper criminal trial and were therefore given a special hearing for their murder. They murdered their friend, another deaf man, and the CCTV footage that was reviewed by police actually saw them signing to each other. There was 2 men and a woman, Jake Fairest, Warwick Toohey, and Georgia Fields. Georgia actually asked Jake, "How do you, Jake, want die, or want dead or alive?" And Jake said, "Dead. How? Strangle." And then Warwick said, strangle risky." And then the sign from Georgia said, "Fall good." And then he was pushed from the balcony, and he died. And the 2 men were sentenced to live in a center for disabled criminals, basically. But there isn't one for women. There is no secure center for disabled female criminals in Australia. This is where this took place. It took place in Melbourne in 2015. And this highlights to me a very big disconnect between where we put disabled men that commit crimes and where we put disabled women. And either the disabled women will either languish in prison because they have nowhere to go, or they get what Georgia got, which is an extremely lenient sentence, which is a supervised living with parents order. So she basically gets to live at home under strict supervision that her parents give her. This is not in a residential treatment facility where she receives counseling and medication and strict supervision by trained personnel. This is, her parents have to watch her and make sure she respects her curfew and everything. And the judge has already deemed that she's unfit for prison, so if she disobeys any of these orders, there's nowhere for her to go. This case really highlighted for me a lack of justice for not only the disabled criminal, but the victim of the disabled criminal and their family. The deaf man, Robert Wright, the victim, his sister and her partner now have to live with the fact that 2 out of 3 of her brother's killers are where they belong, but one of them gets to live at home and basically gets to live out her life, not really fully understanding the depths and breadth of what she did, because she's not 24/7 under the care of trained professionals that can help her understand that. This is a very sad case all around, because I was reading in the article that highlighted this, that there are women that who are severely autistic who commit crimes, and because there's no adequate support for disabled women like there is for disabled men, they languish in women's prison and they don't get the proper support for their disability. And I'm not saying that a criminal should get like 5-star care or anything like that, but they do, like, if you do have a disability, you have certain basic human rights, and to be lodged in a facility that can care for those issues is part of those basic human rights. You shouldn't you should be like, these people should absolutely be not allowed to interact with society anymore, but they need to be in a facility that can accommodate their specific disability. And it's an absolute shame and travesty that as of 2017, as of the writing of the article, there was no adequate, secure facility for a disabled female criminal, but there was for men. And it's also distressing that Australia has some pretty good mental health resources, but yet they're not able to care for their disabled criminal population. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below in this video. How should we care for our disabled prisoners? Should we just lock them up in a regular prison in a medical wing? Should we have separate facilities? What do you guys think about housing disabled prisoners? This video and yesterday's video kind of illustrate the differences between how countries handle disabled criminals and the different gender, the gender differences in handling disabled criminals. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.